Hey folks, how you doing? This is Wayne S. Pierce for the American Liberty Radio Network. It is the 22nd of March. The 22nd of March, and it's 2017. Yeah, I just saw a video last night, which is kind of interesting. There was a video, and I can't remember. You can go look this up. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find it for you and give you the right information. As soon as I close all these freaking windows on my browser. It's interesting because, you hear about certain rumors. You hear these rumors of people, and, whether they're alive or dead or, whatever it may be, right? So I saw a video last night, and you can go on YouTube and look this up. I'm going to give you the title of this video. Only Elvis Aron Presley has proof that he is it and possesses unpublished works by Skutnik, Skutnik. I'll put this on the webpage because I find it interesting, because I'm going to talk about something today that people don't usually get into, but people always call conspiracy theories. Okay? So it's kind of interesting that, Skutnik would put up a video about allegedly, and I know I talked about the word allegedly, but here we are in the realm of rumor, so I'm just going to say allegedly in air quotes, because there's people out there saying that certain people aren't dead. There's been rumors and all of that that literally say that John F. Kennedy is still alive. But when you really think about it, he was 46 years old. Was he 46? I don't remember how old he was when he was murdered. But the rumor is, one of the rumors, out of so many things that were said, was that John F. Kennedy, the person that you saw in the Zapruder film, that was a double. And Jackie played along with it. That's only a rumor out there in the in the bottom of the cart of the rumors that are out there, okay? Now, let me get back to Elvis. I was 15 years old when Elvis passed away on August 16th, 1977. And from what I could tell in the subsequent years later, the person that passed away was Elvis Aron Presley. Now, in this video I have up on American Liberty Radio Podcast, there's a country artist, a singer, Jeannie C. Riley, the Harper Valley PTA singer, says that she knew Elvis very, very, very well, and said that he was a very kind man, very brilliant man, was a perfectionist when it came to writing. He wanted everything right and, all that. And he would never misspell his middle name. Now, I'll just chalk it up to the people that made the plaque on his gravestone at Graceland, that they made a mistake. But After watching this video last night, and it's up on American Liberty Radio podcast, I'm kind of wondering, were we all duped? Oh. Were we all duped? Were we all put into a situation to where we were told, wait for it, we were told what to believe? Okay? So let's just put that off to the side for a minute and talk about what went on behind the scenes as the story unfolded on August 16th, 1977, when the news came out and I walked out of my bedroom, was going to the kitchen to grab something to eat, when the news was on and said Elvis Aron Presley has passed away at Graceland today. August 16th, 1977. I was 15 years old. Just turned 15. And that really shocked me. I mean, I've heard other people passing away, all that. And, to me it was, but that one really, really got to me. So what happened behind the scenes? Well, nobody knows, and the reports are kind of inconsistent in some areas, not all of it. So here we are as a society, as a country, we're looking at what was happening on August 16th, 1977, and with our jaws dropped to the ground and people crying. Within hours, there were thousands of people outside of Graceland. And I can tell you this much right now. If I was there, I would have been right at that gate myself. Who's a big Elvis fan? Me. Never really knew the guy until I was in my, never really heard any of the songs until I was 9, 10 years old. When I saw his Hawaiian special. Remember that? Oh, I also remember his comeback in 1968. I remember that. I didn't watch that too much, but then I saw the Hawaiian special with Elvis, and I became a big fan at that point. And I knew, even later on, after I graduated high school, went on and did things, I knew just something in the back of my mind, was sitting there going, something just not right about this. Because I was caught up in the rumors that he was alive, that he faked his death, that he staged it all because he wanted to get out of the public eye. Because, let me tell you something about Elvis Presley from, I think you know as well, that he could not go anywhere without being mobbed by hundreds of fans. That's why at night he would rent movie theaters and him and his clan just go watch a movie. Nobody else there. It'd be like 2 or 3 in the morning, He would go shopping, and his entourage, his handlers would tell the store, close down because Elvis wants to go shopping. He would rent entire floors of hotels he was staying at when he went to sing and perform because he didn't want, he knew what would happen. And I think the closest thing I can, give as an example was the movie that Kurt Russell was in about his life. And I got to tell you, watching all of that and learning about the man himself, was he perfect? No. But I can tell you, it kind of makes you wonder about everything else when you hear the rumors that the most popular singer in the world in the 70s, 60s, and 70s is still alive. Kind of makes you wonder. Is he dead? Is he alive? I said on a little recording that I did last night, it's not up yet, and it's going to be in the archives, that I said in my estimation as of the 21st, that was yesterday, 21st of March 2017, I would say that Elvis Aron Presley is dead. Unless more information comes out proves that he's not. And here's where I'm going with this. In this video I put up on American Liberty Radio Podcast on Facebook, Jeannie C. Riley says that she knew Elvis very well and that that's not him buried at Graceland. Okay? All I know at this point in 2017 is 40 years ago, one of the most popular singers passed away. And people have started rumors and carried on those rumors and everything else. And, there's no real answers to anything. Okay. Same thing with Michael Jackson when he passed away. Rumors have it that he's still alive somewhere. When you get into a position such as, an actor, a singer, whatever it may be, and you become popular, more popular than you even could imagine, your anxiety level goes up, and therefore you begin to think, oh my God, I gotta, step away for a few months just to clear my head and get back into the game. That's why you got actors and singers making quote-unquote comebacks, which they're not coming back. They just went away to take a vacation because fans are freaking idiots and want a piece of you all the time. Okay? So I look at all the rumors, and I can imagine, I can imagine the overwhelming excitement and pleasure and everything if Elvis Aron Presley was still alive. But according to his wife and his daughter, Lisa Marie, Elvis has left the world. Because the rumors have upset them so much to where they won't even talk about it. And you got to remember, Lisa Marie Presley was 9 years old when her father died. So here's my whole point of all this, is the rumors and the speculations and all of that are so much just about Elvis Presley and Michael Jackson that you make assumptions based upon those rumors, which are, I would say more than anything, unfounded rumors with no basis in reality. So here we are, we've got all these things going on, and people love to spread rumors. Love to just spread rumors all over the place because of the fact that they got nothing better to do. They got nothing better to do. Now, let me steer this into this direction. And I'm going to make my point right now. The rumors of Russian hacking, the rumors of the Russians wiretapping Trump Tower has all come out to be completely and totally and absolutely 100% false. Malware was designed to upset and create chaos in a computer system. And the malware they found in the Trump, in one of the unused or just one of the servers they found had malware on it, but their deeper research indicated that it was malware that was planted to make it look like the Russians hacked into the election, hacked into Trump Towers, whatever. That's not rumor, that's fact. Okay? That's not rumor, that is fact. And when you look at everything under the sun, when you look at everything, when you examine everything, when you look at everything, you look at it all. And you examine each and every one of those things that you can. You have to understand that at some point, someone took a bit of information and created this whole scenario, this whole story, and put it out there as fact. Now, was there any truth to the hacking of the 2016 election? Not at all, because the FBI has already said, and other people have said, that there is absolutely no evidence that the Russians hacked into our election system to give Donald Trump the presidency. Absolutely none. Zip, zero, zilch, none whatsoever. Is it true that the server at Trump Tower was hacked into by the Russians? No. As I said, the malware was planted to make it look as if, and the malware was designed to make it look as if the Russians did it, and obviously the Russians didn't do it. That's all proven fact. So on one hand, you have rumors of certain things in life and certain things in this country and certain things about presidents and Congress and, rock stars and, popular people. And you have all these rumors, right? There's not one shred of evidence any of it's true, because everybody speculates to the nth degree. There's not one area of truth in the media that I call the propagandist media. But when that little shred, that little piece, that little minute rice grain of a story comes out, people take it and run with it, speculate, create stories around it, use it for their 15 minutes of fame, to create something for themselves that they can say, yeah, I did this, I found this out, yeah, whatever. So let me just bottom line this for you right now and make my point. I've been going on about this for 20 minutes. When you look at something, when you examine something, when you want the truth and the facts of something, you have to look at all of it. You have to look at every single piece of it, not just one little puzzle piece and say, look, I found the piece that makes the whole thing make sense. No. You're an idiot if you do that. You cannot do that. You cannot put yourself in a position to where you're, you can't put yourself in that position. There's no way. There's no way that you can continue under the pressure of the fact that you're telling a lie and spreading rumors. There's no way. No way. So, what's my whole point? Rumors are rumors. They have no basis of truth or facts whatsoever. Speculation is a part of those rumors, and therefore, if you don't have the truth, if you don't have the facts, you don't have the truth. Therefore, shut your damn mouth. You got nothing. Okay? But I gave you a way out, and I told you where I go. And that is, unless other information is presented to be factual and accurate and truthful, then we can look at it, and then we can examine what else there is. We can examine everything else associated with that new information. But as of right now, 22nd of March, 2017, don't spread rumors. It's pointless, makes you look like a fool, actually makes you look stupid. So get the truth and the facts, and make sure you know what you're talking about. So, I got some information on American Liberty Radio podcasts on Facebook. So, folks, if you like the podcast, if you like this network, if you get something out of it, give something to it if you'd like. I'm looking to upgrade, I'm looking to expand, I'm looking to keep the show on the air this next month. I just looked at my finances yesterday and went, ooh, I don't know if I'm able to go another month. Actually, I'm good for about 2 months, but next month is crucial. So don't wait till the last minute. If you decide that you want to help out American Liberty Radio Network here on Spreaker.com, then and at AmericanLibertyRadio.com, please do. There's a Patreon page right there on the sponsors page on the website, AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Go to the sponsors page. You'll see it. Chalk in a couple of bucks there, It's not going to kill you. I mean, it's $1, folks. It's $1. It's just I mean, come on. If you can't afford $1, I don't know. I'm giving you a whole lot more than $1's worth of information here. You know what I'm saying? So if you can kick down $1, that'd be great. You know what I mean? Keeps the show on the air, keeps the website up and running. So there you go. Because I may not have a website coming up soon. So yeah, like I said, I looked at my finances. I'm just a wee bit behind on my budget. If you people keep budgets, you know what I'm talking about. You try to stay within a certain boundary, a certain level of expenditures, and then all of a sudden at the end of the month you go to reconcile the books and you're like, I'm in the red. Not by much, but, just I'm letting you know. It's not, I'm giving all of this to you out of my own pocket. But if you can kick down $1 or $2 to kind of alleviate the expenses around here, and all that just goes right to the show itself. It doesn't go into me. Who am I? I can have a monkey do the same thing, but maybe not, because they don't speak. So they know sign language, but they don't speak. But anyway, if you can kick down $1 or $2, that'd be great. Go to AmericanLibertyRadio.com, go to the sponsors page, and if you want to sponsor the network, you definitely can do that. Yeah, you want to advertise on American Liberty Radio Network? Awesome, because, the more the merrier. It's a win-win situation for you and I, and hey, get your product or service out there, and that'd be a good thing for you, wouldn't it? Yeah, I just went to my website, AmericanLibertyRadio.com, and says we're not out to break your advertising budget, and you got the banner ads and the on-air ads, which I read or that are recorded. And you can also become a patron. Patron, there we go. Donate through the Patreon page there on the sponsors page on AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Go to the sponsors page if you would. thank you very much. You guys rock. Hey, speaking of rock, independent rock is like really expanding at this point. If you look at the statistics of commercial and all of those types of radio like iHeart and all that, that's kind of stabilizing, kind of winding down a little bit. So if you're a independent artist, musician, even if you're an independent author or filmmaker, there's one place for you guys to go, and that is Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. Go check out Mr. Tom Slick over at the Morning Brew. He hosts that show on Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. And for more information, you can just go to his website at 926theblitz.rocks. I was going to say .com. That's not right. 926theblitz.rocks. Yeah, there you go. Go check him out. And, of course, another person in the independent media. A couple of people, actually. 3 people, 4 people, they just keep coming to mind, man. There's a whole bunch of them. Go check out Mr. Brian Lang over at Live Truth Radio and Television at livetruthradio.com. Go check him out as well. He talks to Fred Schneider from Overpasses for America. And, go check out Brian Lang with his show, Live Truth Radio, at livetruthradio.com. Also, check out Mr. Nick Tucker at Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker at distortedreality.podbean.com, or he's right here on American Liberty Radio Network. Check him out at Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker. Also, you got John Christopher J. Man Collins over at thetruthwar.net. Go check him out. He's a young man in college right now. Yes. He's in college. He's that young, and my God, the information he's got would blow you away. Exactly. Just go check him out at thetruthwar.net. Or go listen to his show Friday on at Evangel University. He's got a weekly show there, and go check that out as well. That's thetruthwar.net. And that's John Christopher J. Man Collins. Tell him Wayne S. Pierce over at American Liberty Radio Network sent you. Go check that out as well. And if you want to know what's behind the scenes, who's pulling the buttons and pushing the handles, pulling the buttons, that was a Freudian slip, wasn't it? Pushing the buttons and pulling the handles, there we go. The secret societies and all of that. Check out Mr. Robert Bruce over at WakingUpTheMasses.com. Check him out as well. Folks, it is the 22nd of March, 2017. I know you guys are out and about, probably got home, probably listening to this on your iPad while you jog on the treadmill at the gym, where I need to be going. But, folks, it is always great to come to you and to give you this information and to let you know what's going on. And I just really think that if you really want to know, all I can say is get out and go find it yourself. I can tell you what I know, and I encourage you to go look it up, but there might be some other things I'm missing. So that's why I say go check this stuff out yourself, folks. Seriously, because, I can only give you my answers. I can't give you the answers that you're looking for. You got to go look that up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, I'll be back right after this. This is American Liberty Radio Network, AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Broadcasting from FEMA Region 8. Sharing the truth one fact at a time, without all the BS. This is the American Liberty Radio Network.
The people of the world are now seeing what the globalists have always intended. They are engaged in a campaign to rid the world of 90% of humanity. They are well on their way of achieving this. But, with the corrupt mainstream media aligning themselves with such diabolical philosophies, the globalists are now being exposed and the people are now seeing them for who they truly are. Thanks for the most part to the independent media revealing the connection of the mainstream media to globalists like George Soros and others who invest and spread disinformation.
Don't say you haven't been warned. Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker. DistortedReality.podbean.com and Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on American Liberty Radio Network. Sharing the truth one fact at a time, without all the BS. American Liberty Radio Network. AmericanLibertyRadio.com.
There's a show that's not afraid to ask questions no one else will ask. Not afraid to say
what no one else will say.
Friday nights at 7 p.m. Listen to Restricted Airspace with Tina Marie, where no topic is off limits. Conspiracy theories, paranormal activities, hoaxes, the unexplained. It's what we talk about. Question everything. Trust no one. Restricted Airspace with Tina Marie. Friday at 7 p.m. on the KCOR Digital Radio Network out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We're in the boredom-killing business. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!"
American Liberty Radio Network. AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Hey folks, this is American Liberty Radio Network, American Liberty Radio on Spreaker.com, at American Liberty Radio on Gab.ai, and American Liberty Radio Podcasts on Facebook. So how you doing? Ooh, for a second there I sound like Alex Jones. Sorry. I do voices. I do voiceovers, as you can tell. I do all sorts of characters, so please hire me for your voiceover work. Yes, contact me, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. Anyway, there you go, a little selfish, what is that, shameless self-promotion. I can't talk today, I haven't had enough coffee. By the way, folks, speaking of coffee, don't drink coffee at 11 o'clock at night. I was up till 4 a.m, okay? So I don't like staying up that late. It's really weird. Have you ever stayed up so late that, you're starting to doze off around 6 or 7 at night and you're thinking, well, I'm going to take a shower and probably call it an early night, but, 12 midnight rolls around and you're not tired. You pretty much get a second wind. Yeah, don't drink coffee at 11 o'clock at night. Please don't. It's just, holy crap. Yeah, and I not only got a second wind, I probably could have run a marathon or something because it was bad. But anyway, hey, I tell people I grew up in Stockton, California, and I did. I was born there. And I left there when I was, quite older. And kept going back and forth. I got out of the service. I went back to California. I went to Reno, Nevada, went back to California. Well, you get the idea. I was a freaking yo-yo there for a while. And so finally, when I moved back to Nevada in 2006, I thought, well, okay, I can, all right, let's deal with this. George Bush was still president, and he was coming into the end of his second term, and we get Obama, and I'm sitting there going, oh, great, what's that going to do with Nevada? Well, I started looking into a lot of things pertaining to Nevada politics and all of that. And I found out one thing. They're pretty much the stepsister of California. So, yeah. So, as goes California, so does the rest of the country, right? Well, yeah, we're getting that way. Washington, state, Oregon is starting to, their edges are getting kind of frayed there. And California is a complete communist state, so we don't have to worry. We can just cut them off and shove them off in the Pacific. Nevada's getting the same way. Arizona's kind of better. They're still battling that whole, New World Order thing. New York is gone. New York State is just they're a communist state now. Illinois is kind of on the brink of kind of hanging there on a thread of freedom. So they're, on the brink. Florida, I wouldn't go to Florida if you paid me. Texas is pretty much is their own state and they can tell the rest of the country to go to hell, but, and they have many times, but they're Texas. So, you get the attitude, right? I love Texas. My cousin lives down there, and him and his wife and his family, awesome people. So my shout out goes to my family out in California. Get the hell out of California, you people. My family and my friends. Just leave California. Just pack up. By the way, I live up here, and I'm not shy to tell you, I live up here in what was called the Big Sky Country. Now it's the Treasure State of Montana. I'm right here in FEMA Region 8 in Billings, Montana. And it's a hell of a lot better than the coast. I'm telling you that now, okay? Every city has their problems. Every city has their crime. Every city has their little eccentricities, if you will. They have their own problems. But you see, the people are pretty damn nice up here, okay? And they just, and let me tell you something, unlike California and New York, they don't put up with people's crap. I'm talking to citizens. The citizens of Montana don't put up with people's crap. That's just the way it is up here, okay? You think about it. You look at where... And there's a map out there right now, you can find it, and it's where the ISIS terrorist cells are in the United States. This is from the government's own documents. This is, they show you where they're at. You don't see any up here. Do you know why? We will kick their ass. That's just the way it is. We'll wipe them off the face of the earth, just like Iran wanted to wipe off Israel off the face of the earth. But where am I going with all this? It's pretty simple. Let me make my point, and it's this. You got one choice in the world, and that's to survive. One choice only. Survive. Period. I don't care what anybody says. Well, this life is your life. You got to make it as happy and as healthy as you want it to be. To survive. You know, are we eventually not going to be here, you know, in the body, you know, bodily form? Of course, you might as well just accept it. That's the way it is. But until that point, we're going to survive, have fun, be happy, love our family, love our friends, you know, cooperate with our coworkers, you know, this kind of thing. But, you know, just think about that for a minute, because here's my point. If we all work together, regardless of color, regardless of creed, regardless of what church you went to, what social program you are part of, or what political party you associate with, if we all just come together and knocked off the bull crap, we can have a much better country. We can have a much better city. We can have a much better county. And we can have a much better neighborhood. And why do I say that? Well, that's in contrast to most of the cities that I've been in California and Nevada, and I can tell you from what I've seen, this is just my perspective. I don't know what you've seen. You haven't told me yet. But from my perspective, California, New York, Illinois, other states that are, you know, I'm just going to say, circling the drain, you know, that want that New World Order ideology, have absolutely no idea what they're asking for. And we, the people, must stand up and say, whoa, time out. Whoa, put the brakes on there, Slick, because you're going to go right down in that ravine there where everybody else went, and you're not going to survive. Now, I told you, the ultimate goal that we have is to survive, is it not? This is one of the things that drives us. This is one of the things that gives us hope every morning. This is one of the things that when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we can look at and go, you know, today is going to be a really good day for me. We can do that because the ultimate goal is to survive. So think about that. And how do you survive? Well, you know, you football players out there in college and former football players know this. You look at what the opposite team is doing. That's why you got films and videos now. You look at the opposite team and you're going, whoa, we'll know that the next time we play them. You know what I'm saying? And your coach deciphers all of that to help you understand what's going on, okay? So we have to look at the enemy and say, what's going on? Now, who's the enemy? Well, anybody that isn't for peace, freedom, security, and freedom for this nation. Peace, freedom, security, and liberty for this nation. And I guarantee you there are a ton of people out there that don't want peace, freedom, liberty, and security for this nation. And they live right here in the United States. Okay? So we need to look at these people, and we need to, number one, identify who they are. Number two, find a way to get, you know, pack their asses up and ship them off to a country more aligned to their political ideologies. Okay? A lot of people say, well, the United States of America is a unique creature because of the fact that we have a freedom of speech. It's not so much the popular or positive speech that's protected. Yes, it is. It is the negative speech that is protected as well. So we have to, and I've heard this, you've probably heard this, we have to deal with it. No, jackass, I'm not going to deal with it. When you've got people in total opposition to what I say and they're saying it, that's fine. Now, I can inform them, I can educate them, and they can, you know, they probably know a thing or two that I don't know, and so they can share that with me. We're fine. Okay, that's one aspect of it. The other aspect, when these people come to me and tell me that you're not an American and that you should follow this and the government's doing and this, and when they start literally creating a chaotic, hostile environment against peace, freedom, liberty, and security for me and my family and my coworkers and my neighborhood, that's a problem. That's when we need to pack their asses up and ship them off to another country. we can take, when we're doing that, we need to pack up Nancy Pelosi, Dianne Feinstein, all these jackasses in Washington, D.C. that have aligned themselves with the New World Order factions, and we need to pack them up, and actually we need to throw their asses in prison because they're treasonous to the American way of life. They're treasonous to the Constitution and the Bill of Rights of the United States of America, and we need to get them out of the system. So if you're for peace, freedom, liberty, and security for the United States of America, I give you a virtual high five. If you want a new world order ideology in this country, pack your crap and get the hell out now. And if you don't do it willingly, we the people will find you and we will pack you up ourselves. Got it? Good. Now that that rant is over, I want to describe to you some of the rumors that have proliferated the American vocabulary and ideology. Rumor has it, that's in air quotes, rumor has it that Obama spied on Trump in the 2016 presidential election. And he used the UK to do it. The UK is denying this, obviously. But, guess what? It's not a rumor, folks. It's absolutely 100% true. Okay? It's true. Go look it up. I encourage you to go examine that information that's out there pertaining to Obama spying on Trump. The FBI finally admits that we have what we have known all. Let me reread this. I haven't had enough coffee. The FBI finally admits what we have all known this entire time. Donald Trump has no ties to Russia. FBI admits Trump has no Russian ties. U.S. intelligence finds no Trump connection to Russia. 21st March 2017, The Alex Jones Show. This one's going up on American Liberty Radio Podcasts on Facebook. There you go. That was a rumor that was unfounded. Okay, and guess who started that rumor? Yeah, you probably guessed it. The Clinton cabal. Okay. 1/3 of young Muslims in France think terrorism is quote-unquote acceptable. Full report delayed until after the election because it's not quote-unquote politically correct. What? Yeah, I'm going to put that one up on the podcast page on Facebook, American Liberty Radio Podcasts. I'm giving you the truth, folks. I'm giving you everything you need to know. But I also encourage you to go beyond that and look at some of the information other than what I give you, because it's only going to help you. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to help you. Okay. Let me go into hot news. No, not naked women, but this is hot news. Roger Stone, Trump is facing coup attempt. President of the United States under attack by establishment-controlled forces. You see, they're not going to stop until he's dead. This is from the Alex Jones Show today, 22nd of March, 2017. This is going up on the podcast page as well, because just running into a time constraint here, folks. So just want to put these up there for you to go check out. American Liberty Radio Podcast on Facebook. So anyway, report. U.S. bans large electronics in cabins of flights from terror threat regions. Electronics larger than a cell phone's required to be checked. Isn't that wonderful? Oh yeah. David Rockefeller, 101. I talked about that yesterday, passed away. He was a big globalist. Gun industry still sees strong sales despite drop-off. Quote, reports of the industry's demise are greatly exaggerated, unquote. Anti-Islam note leaves Des Moines community shaken. Handwritten note called Muslims, quote, filthy and vile people. There you go. Let the hate continue. Yeah. Now, because, again, time constraints. You can go to American Liberty Radio podcasts on Facebook and check out those articles I posted. Now, I talked about rumors. I talked about identifying, certain people and identifying these what I call the New World Order marks, quote unquote, that are out there that use disinformation to try to spread their bullcrap. You know this. You know that they're out there. You see this. It's all right there. It's all in your face. It's all what it is. There's no getting around that. There's no changing that except for getting the truth and the facts out there. The disinformation is based upon lies, rumors, speculation, conjecture. That's all it is, okay? And when you can put the truth and the facts out there, you dispel all the disinformation. Okay? That's just the way it is. Bottom line. Now, that's it. That's how it works. And then once you get the truth out there, you get the facts out there to back up, what you're saying. Other people will come along and say, no, that's not true. Well, just consider this. Those people are not for peace, freedom, liberty, and security for the nation. They're tools of the globalists to spread the disinformation or misinformation as well that they want to, they want to squirrel around and get all that information within what you're saying to try to break down your stuff to the point of annihilating the truth and the facts. Okay, that's just what it is. And it's very simple in its form, and it's very simple when you understand how to identify the misinformation, disinformation that is out there. Well, purposely, I'm going to say this. The propagandist media, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, all that, MSNBC, CNBC. I can go down the list. There's more. But I'm going to say this on purpose. Those are propagandist media because they disseminate disinformation. And within that disinformation, there's a group of little minions that they use to do that spread misinformation about everything that you are trying to find. So here's my point, and that is you've got to sift through all of the information to find these little jewels that are there. Oh, don't give me this crap that, well, they got to put the truth out. No, it's called honeypot. It's called give them a little bit of sweetness in the beginning and then suck them into the web. You know what I mean? It's like spider to the fly. Hey, come on in. We'll have dinner. What? Oh, you're in? Yeah, now I'm going to kill you. Spider to the fly. Go find that children's, limerick or whatever story. Okay, because I would even use that as an analogy for the propagandist media sucking you into their story, basically what it is, and then spinning your information that you know is factual and telling you it's not. This is their goal. They use the tool of disinformation to create misinformation for you to get all, flustered about and everything, So if at some point you realize that what you're looking at is questionable, that is when you need to separate all of it, put it all out on the table and go, where am I going to look first? Because that's how I did it when I was 15, 16, 17 years old. I looked at everything at that point that I could see, that I can get my hands on, and went, wait a minute, there's more questions than there are answers here. Something's fishy here. Okay? Something's kind of off balance here, and I need to take a look at this. That was when Jimmy Carter was president. And from that point on, it's like they say, once you go down the rabbit hole, there ain't no coming back, man. You get to that event horizon of the rabbit hole and you're just going. And the stuff you find out, oh my God, I cannot even put it into words and describe to you how mind-freaking blowing it is to understand this information. I can't. I mean, there's no words to describe how my mind was blown when this information kept coming and coming. And people were coming to me, even back then in the 80s when Reagan was president, and giving me information and saying, hey, have you checked this out? And this is long before I had the internet. Oh, everything on the internet's got to be true, huh? Long before I got the internet, like 20 years before I got the internet. I got the internet in 1996, folks. So, long before, and I got this information, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, what in the hell is all this about? More questions came up, more answers came up with more questions and more, and the more I started digging, the more I found out that, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to put this on record on the 22nd of March 2017, Washington, D.C. is a complete, as of the last 100 years or more, Washington, D.C. is specifically since 1871 and President Ulysses S. Grant signing the Act of 1871 into law, Washington, D.C. is a complete and total fraud. Yes, I said it. What are you going to do about it? 22nd of March 2017, it's on record. Washington, D.C. is a fraud. Period. I can put an exclamation point next to that, but I think you get the point. So when we look at the information and we look at all the information that's disseminated through the propagandists on your mainstream media and all of that, and we start looking at the alternative and independent medias, we're beginning to see and have begun to see in the last 10, 12, 15, 16 years that the alternative media, the independent media, the so-called conspiracy theorists, we are right. We are completely and utterly right about what we see. Are we perfect? No. Am I perfect? No. Do I get it wrong sometimes? Only because I overlook something. So I got to go back and take a look at a few things. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm wrong. So there you go. So as far as I'm concerned, we need to take a look at the very nature of what the information is, where it came from, who it came from, where, all that. Well, of course, we can do that, and it helps us become better educated as to what's going on behind the scenes. That's pretty much why we do it. But I'm encouraging you to take a look at everything. Even what I'm talking about. Okay, I encourage you to go look this stuff up, because you might find something I've overlooked. You send that information to me, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. Put in the subject line radio so I know you heard the show. But we know what this stuff is. We can identify it a mile away. We know when the public is being duped. We know when the politicians and all of those people are lying through their teeth. We know this. We see it because we have the truth and the facts on our side. Period. End of sentence. That's the way it is. If you want to help out American Liberty Radio Network, you can. Want to advertise on the network? Hey, I'm not out to break your advertising budget. Go to AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Go to the sponsors page. If you don't want to advertise, there's a Patreon link right there. You can just drop $1 into the kitty, and that helps out the network. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Folks, I am, as Dennis Miller said on Saturday Night Live, I am out of here. So, folks, it's always good to give you a piece of my mind and tell you what's up and who's behind the curtain pushing the buttons and pulling the handles. So, yeah, folks. Hey, check out Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on American Liberty Radio Network and distortedreality.podbean.com. I will talk to you tomorrow on American Liberty Radio Network. American Liberty Radio, sharing the truth one fact at a time without all the BS.